My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, welcome to Whispers of Grace. As we are in the first Friday of the Lent, we reflect on the theme, authenticity of our faith. Can the wedding guest mourn as long as the bridegroom is with us? As we are in the world of finance, we know how crucial it is to audit our balance sheet regularly, ensuring everything is accurate and transparent. Similarly, in our spiritual lives too, it is essential to take time for a personal audit to examining our relationship with God and with one another. This is the message we hear in today's readings, where both Prophet Isaiah and Jesus challenge us to reflect on the authenticity of our faith. In the first reading from the prophet Isaiah, God speaks through the prophet the people of Israel that to look beyond the external rituals and recognize the deeper transformation which he desires. God is not interested in the superficial or greatest acts of devotion or fasting for the sake of appearances. Prophet Isaiah emphasizes that true spirituality is not a transactional exchange with God, where we try to earn His favor by our actions, but it is about aligning ourselves with God's will, especially through concrete acts of justice and compassion, feeding the hungry and clothing the naked and caring the oppressed. In the Gospel from St. Matthew, Jesus reminds us that fasting, praying, and other acts of piety are not for displaying but to get closer to God. As Jesus says that when the bridegroom is with us, we rejoice. The same way, our fasting should not be about impressing others, but about preparing our hearts to celebrate the presence of Christ in our lives. We are in the season of Lent, preparing for the celebration of Easter, where we are called to renew our devotion to Christ and make space for Him to transform our hearts. As we partake in the Holy Eucharistic celebration every day in our lives, the Eucharist is a powerful reminder of God's love and presence with us. When we receive Christ in the Eucharist, we are called to live by His example, sharing His message, love and mercy and justice with the world. Dear friends, just as in finance, we audit the balance sheet, and the same way we need to examine ourselves and see where we are reaching and where we are standing in the presence of the Lord. Am I living in the way that reflects the presence of Jesus in our hearts? Do I practice justice and mercy? Are my actions aligned with God's will? Let us ponder on these questions and reflect and see where we stand in the presence of the Lord. Live Jesus.